She talked on Nigerian economy, leveraging on all its potentials to better our generation and securing our future. Yep. Okay, Simi, please take the podium. All right. Your name and then your question.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Tayo Oloshunde. My question is, we talk about doing good, social work, NGO, helping the nation, the economy. Is there a way we can link all these problems in this country into some kind of they call it social entrepreneurship? Is there a way, in your experience, that we can really help the Nigerian youth to appreciate the fact that there is a problem in the community does not mean you're just doing good for doing good's sake. All right? And so that whatever you do has a way of contributing somehow to the overall economic system. The recent World Bank document, 2003, job, whatever, says that, look, jobs are not just that relationship between an employer and employee. Is a model of actually creating value. So I want to just give us a little bit of your insight into how we can build that dichotomy of people seeing some job as, I'm just doing good, and this one I can make money from it. There should be a way we can link it up together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to 100,000 Voices Telethon, organized by Gen Voices. Back with us here is Muntaka Umar Sadiq and Omotola Jalade. Muntaka, we know that you're the Chief Executive Officer for the Private Sector Health Alliance of Nigeria and that you work closely with the Nigerian government. As a youth who's working closely with the Nigerian government, we want to know, what is the plan for the youths of Nigeria? How do we strive forward? If you were sitting with them today in a panel, what would you tell them is our plan for the future?
Well, I'll answer that question in two folds. The first is that I sit as the head of the Private Sector Health Alliance, and what we seek to do really is mobilize the private sector to advance Nigeria's progress in achieving the health-related Millennium Development Goals. So in a sense, it's a private sector-led coalition that focuses on a few things: on innovation, on strategic partnerships, and on impact investments. I mentioned earlier that the health sector performance in Nigeria is primarily focused on inputs. What we want to do is create that paradigm shift so that we are now focusing on outcomes, on saving lives. We've set a big target to save 1 million lives a year, and we are mobilizing our private sector members to leverage their collective capabilities, whether it's telco companies, the youth, oil and gas companies, health or non-health actors, to contribute to that saving 1 million lives movement. And I use this opportunity really to call on more members to follow the charts of the likes of Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Mr. Jim Ovia, Dr. Mohamed Ali Pate, Mr. Ike Aigoje, to ensure that collectively we play a role in saving lives in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just a quick one here. Please don't forget that you can watch us live. That's channels 254 on DSTV, Ebony on channel 165. And you can lend your voice by sending a text to 20050. We do have one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential women with us. I'm sure you hear this a lot, probably very tired of hearing this. But my question is very simple. You have a platform and you have a voice. Influence, I'm sure, comes with a certain level of responsibility. What have you done, and what would you encourage other Nigerians who are influential to do with the kind of power, if I can use that word, that they have? I mean, when you say something, a lot of people listen.
Thank you. The question is, what do I do with my influence? Obviously, my influence is what has brought me here today. I obviously have been identified as someone who's speaking out. And I also want to encourage everybody to know that you don't have to be popular, because, for example, on social media, you hear a lot of people saying, oh, why don't you speak about this? Why don't you speak about that? You forget that I have a face and I'm easily targeted. I can easily be targeted, but you who maybe sometimes might be anonymous or something can even speak more. I might speak and a certain kind of person can hear me, but if a lot of you speak, sometimes it's also in numbers. So what I'm trying to say is don't always rely only on the known faces or celebrities or known names to speak out. Everybody actually has power. And the power is more in the numbers. So that's how I've been using my influence, and my purpose really in everything I've been doing has been to try and encourage everybody that we need more. One person really cannot fight this battle. We all know what the battle is. We all know how far we have come in this country. I believe we can change it. In fact, it has started. We need you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Time is fast spent, and we want to thank everyone who has joined in via social media, via phone call, tuning in and watching us live. At this point, we'd like to welcome on stage one performance from Omawanda herself, the one and only Omaomi. We do hear that she's almost ready, but before we go on, I just wanted to reiterate the number to text. That's if you want to lend your voice. This is a database of some sort. So once you send a text message, we have your information and we'll get in touch with you with every other thing that happens with Gen Voices. That's 20050, just ONG.
Sorry for the interruption. We're running out of time. I'd like to call on caller to please come. Sorry? The convener caller to please come.